Quotes by Bernt Peterson. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. If you don't say what you think, then you kill your unborn self. When you have something to say, silence is a lie. Set your house in perfect order, before you criticize the world. It is more difficult to rule yourself, than to rule a city. And if you think tough men are dangerous, wait until you see what weak men are capable of. There's some real utility in gratitude. Work as hard as you possibly can on at least one thing, and see what happens. If you learn a martial art, you learn to be dangerous, but simultaneously, you learn to control it. If you are not willing to be a fool, you can't become a master. It's in responsibility that most people find the meaning that sustains them through life. It's not in happiness. It's not in impulsive pleasure. The truth is something that burns. It burns off dead wood. And people don't like having the dead wood burnt off, often because they're 95% dead wood. If you don't stand your ground, then all that happens is people push you backwards. No one gets away with anything, ever, so take responsibility for your own life. Life is very difficult. One of the most ancient of religious ideas that emerges everywhere, I would say, is that life is essentially suffering. Perhaps you are overvaluing what you don't have, and undervaluing what you do. The way that you make people resilient, is by voluntarily exposing them to things that they are afraid of, and that make them uncomfortable. In order to be able to think, you have to risk being offensive. Music has an intrinsic meaning, which has always been mysterious to me. To suffer terribly and to know yourself as the cause, that is hell. The people who hold that our culture is an oppressive patriarchy, they don't want to admit that the current hierarchy might be predicated on competence. Men and women aren't the same. And they won't be the same. That doesn't mean that they can't be treated fairly. One of the things I've told men over and over and over and over, is if you're being rejected by all the women that you approach, it's not the women. Don't lie about anything, ever. Lying leads to hell. When you start to realize how much of what you've constructed of yourself is based on deception and lies, that is a horrifying realization. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more videos.